everyone. Good morning. It is 6:30 in the morning and I have been awake for a few minutes. And how did I wake up? To the sound of a duck outside my house quacking. I don't know why this duck was quacking outside my house, but it happens a lot. Very early in the morning, a duck that swims near the nearby pond just decides to quack over and over and over again. Instead of a rooster waking me up, it's a duck. Imagine waking up to a duck. Well, I guess that just shows that you're in Oregon, doesn't it? Anyway, I think it's funny. It's funny. Some people wake up to the sound of an alarm clock, some people to a rooster. I get a duck. A duck. But you're not here for the duck. You're here for Shantall. Because the video is titled Shantall Being a Scammer. And that's what we're going to discuss because that's exactly what she's done. That's right. Those of us that were watching Shantall and we said, you know what? All this talk about her staying in Canada, we're going to wait. We're going to wait and see if she's being for real. We're not going to believe that she's into a place until we see her into a place. Well, that was a wise decision to hold back on any expectations because Shantall put out a small video last night. I was actually watching Neo Taro's newest card reading on Fraudy, and she put out the small video. And in a small video, she basically said that she's on her way back to Kuwait, that she's taking a break and she's going back to Kuwait right now. So, Beezers, how you doing? How are you? Those of you that gave her money for the move-in that never happened, how are you feeling? Are you feeling pretty scammed over there? You feeling pretty ticked off? Well, you should be because you got lied to. But those of you that support Shantall, you guys should be used to it by now. This is what she does. You know, she turns on the waterworks and gets sympathy when she wants it. And she makes empty promises that she never fills up. I told y'all, I put out that video the other day for a reason. This woman is a scammer. And she will forever make whatever promises she has to get what she wants. But she will never give you what you want or what you deserve. So those of you that got scammed, how you doing? How's life? Are you feeling pretty lied to over there? Well, that's because you were. You were lied to. She came home. She got some birthday presents. She got some money. Maybe got her scripts filled up. She got you guys' hopes up over there that were Beezers talking about Sam and we're going to Beez again and I'm going to get Sam back. She said all that stuff. You know, she was selling the nostalgia big time to you. And you bought it. And then she went back home with the money. Yeah, that should tell you everything you need to know about your queen. What kind of queen is she that she's going to lie to you? Her subjects. What queen lies to her subjects? Well, if you're a subject, if you are a follower, you're a subscriber, you're a fan, now that you've seen the real her, what's she going to do? What's she going to do? You're going to continue to support that? Someone who lies, someone who scams the people that support her. You're going to put up with that? Well, you can. You can continue to support her, but that just shows how stupid you are. But it's up to you. It's your decision. It's your life. I wouldn't support a scammer, a con artist, a liar, a manipulator. No, I wouldn't support those things. I wouldn't support a woman who neglects her pets. No, that couldn't be me either. I'd rather be a reactor. That's just me, though. No. So I'm going to react to the little video that she put up. And also, I'm going to Twitter because you had to know Twitter had a lot to say about this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness. You might as well just light a fire on Twitter because Shantall got roasted, and I'm here for it. Booger. Hi, baby. Yeah, she's up in my arms this morning. She loves it when I wear hoodies. I'm all nice and toasty warm, and she adores that. Okay, so where are we starting first? Because, oh, by the way, did I mention that Shantall went on a little rage fest yesterday in her community post? Yes, she did. She posted 5 different community posts, and then just as quickly as she put them up, she got rid of them. But they're on Twitter. Yeah, I knew what she was up to. Those of us who have been watching Shantall for a while, we knew what she was up to. We grabbed copies of everything. So it doesn't matter if she got rid of them. We got them anyway. But I know she probably got rid of those posts due to the fact she didn't want to get in trouble with YouTube again. That's okay. We got what we needed, and it doesn't benefit you at all. You know, Shantall, back in the day, used to do the raging right. You know, you just did. You used to do the raging right. You would get mad, go on your channel, rage in a video, and make some money off of it. Anymore, you just do the raging for free. I don't understand. You missed a week of work, so you were low on cash to the point where you were scamming your audience, but you're not raging in a video where you'll make a little bit of money. Figure that one out. Anyway, we're going to watch the video. We're turning off the sound because it's all music. She doesn't even talk. So here's the video, and we're going to play it without the sound because I need to read the text. So it says final update for a while. She says, I'm going back to Kuwait. Boom. Going back to Kuwait. She had no intention of staying in Canada at all. None. No intention. All this talk about I'm putting a place down. I'm putting a deposit down. I'm getting Sam back. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but just talking as if she's going to stay in Canada. Lies. Lies. She wanted to rush her big butt back home to Kuwait to be with Salah. I don't understand it. I really don't get it. She was unhappy being in Kuwait. Likewise, Salah was unhappy being with her. Every time they get apart from each other, they're happier. But she wants to go back to him. For what? Is it because life is a bit harder in Canada due to the fact that she did not put roots down? She doesn't have a villa, and getting a place means a lot of headache and a lot of hassle. Is that why? I think so. And she doesn't want to try. At the first sign of difficulty, Shantall will run. Oh my God, it's so hard. It's so hard trying to find a place with bankruptcies on my record and not much money. I don't know what to do. Figure it out. But of course, you don't want to figure it out, do you, Foodie? I'm going to throw something personal in here for purpose, not for sympathy. You know what, Shantall? Over 30 years ago, I was involved in a DV relationship, and I left, and I got out with my life, and I was happy to get out with my life. And I was in a situation where I had no money. I had nowhere to go. I had no friends. You know what I did? I stayed in a motel for a month because that was the only place I could go. In the meantime, I worked. I made money. I saved my money. And I found an apartment complex that would let me in, paid a little bit extra. And I started over. And it was just that simple. You know, you do what you got to do. Why can't you do the same? Why not? If I did it, why can't you do it? No excuses. You got to start from the ground up. You got to start from the ground up. You got to start from scratch. You decided to pull up all roots and get rid of your stuff and go to Kuwait the first time. And you had to know that at some point you were going to have to leave. You gave up everything. You didn't just put things in a storage unit and pay on that storage unit, so at least that was taken care of. Nope. Gave it all up. But I literally started with nothing except for my job and my money. and a little bit of hope. Not you. No, 40 years old and you give up. Like, it's too hard. I can't do it. Shut up, Shantall. But okay, let's go on with the video. I'm going back to Kuwait. I got a bit nostalgic for Canada, but when I get here, my feelings change. Moving here feels like a step back. There will be no going back to how things were. I love my new life as a revert, and despite not being perfect, I will get closer to Allah, inshallah. The vibe in the Middle East is best. Islamic countries are best. Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. I got a bit nostalgic for Canada. Girl, you were in Canada for more than just nostalgia. Every single freaking time you came back home, you were all about that life of getting high. You couldn't wait to get high. As soon as you get off the plane, you were high. And you were high the entire time you were in Canada. So you came to Canada to eat all the food that you missed, to get high on all the things that you had no access to. If there was a special occasion going on, to get the gifts from that occasion, whether it's Christmas or your birthday, get whatever free clothes you could from your family. This trip, you even expanded a bit and you scammed your Beezers because you were talking like you were about to move into a place and getting Sam back. And so all of those on your side of the fence that were hopeful that you were going to come home and stay home, they sent you money through PayPal. You were giving out your PayPal left and right. You were, knowing that you weren't going to stay. But of course, you're not going to let your Beezers know that. You're going to, keep the shroud on until the very last minute. Now you're letting them know after you get the money, after the money's already spent. Yeah, I'm going back to Kuwait. I guess you want your channel to die. Because those of us that have been around for more than a minute know what's going to happen when you go back to Kuwait. You're going to sit in that room. You're going to eat the boring mukbangs again. You're going to talk about nothing. That's the content that you're offering up. People are bored of you, Shantall. Do you get that? I'm going to be rude and I'm going to be harsh here for a minute. Really rude and really harsh, but it's needed for her because I know she watches my videos. You know what, Shantall? Way back in the day, you were a trend who was following a trend. The mukbang trend way back in the day was hot. You hopped on it. You capitalized on it. You became a trend following a trend. And it was the thing back in the day to watch you and Amber. Yep. Whole community surrounded the two of you. I remember way back in the day when the reaction channels would go back and forth between you and Amber. But anymore, she's boring too. And you're following right behind her. And the world has changed since then. It really has. The world has changed a lot since that time. The vid happened. A lot of people had a chance to just stop, take a breath, look at how they were spending their time and spending their money. A lot of people, their money got affected. And watching you and Amber getting on camera, stuffing your face full of food needlessly, it hits different. Because there's so many people out there, they're having trouble putting food on their tables or finding work. And then you and Amber having channels where you are not grateful for the opportunity to make money that you have, where you're not having to do very much, and you're deliberately making your health bad. Yeah, for those of us that are not you or not her, it hits different. We're looking at the both of you going, what a couple of ungrateful women. That they don't see the cup of fortune they have and they're making the most of it. They're taking that cup of fortune and turning it into a cup of poison. Hurting themselves versus helping themselves. Sad. So those of you that are her Beezers that had hope for her that she was going to come home and take care of her health. Do you need anything else now? Do you need to see anything else from this woman? Do you? She comes back to Canada. She's eating all the junk food. She's getting high. Now she's going to go back to Kuwait to do what? Eat more food and complain about her health. Oh, I'm so sick. My heart problems, my kidney problems, my everything problems. That's what you have to look forward to. After she took your money, by the way. Yeah. Scamming scammer who scams, lying liar who lies, took your money, lied to you. You think you're going to get that money back? Good luck with that. Ask Vivkan for life if she ever got her money back. When she gave money to Shantall to take the cat to the vet, ask her if she got her money back. She didn't. Shantall said, hey, if you gave it to me, it's mine. No takebacks. Shantall doesn't give money back. She'll promise you she will. She'll string you along to keep things going, but she'll never give it back. She came home, got high, got the food, got the money, got the birthday gifts, maybe refilled her prescriptions, and then she went back. She just came home to gather as much as she could before she left. But she was banking on nostalgia from a lot of you that were her Beezers. She was. Oh, those of you that were getting in her chat saying, we miss you taking the long drives. We miss you doing this. We miss you doing that. We miss the coffee, Beezers. She was listening to all of you to know what to talk about, to scam you further. Y'all feel stupid now? You should. Moving here feels like a step back. There'll be no one going back to how things were. Well, you know what, Shantall? Going back to Kuwait is taking a step back. It really is. You weren't moving forward over there. You were moving backward. Absolutely backward. You know, because what is in Kuwait for you? And it's not Kuwait's fault. It's just how you're handling things. How is it a step forward to go back there? Explain that to me. How are you going to change your life there? Summertime is coming. It's going to be over 100 degrees, which means you're not going to go outside, which means you're going to sit in a room and eat and gain more weight. And mama, you were at that tipping point where you're over 500 pounds now. Don't lie. You know you are. I know you are. I can look at you and tell. You're 5 feet tall. You're well over 500 pounds. If you spend another 3, 4, 5 months eating, you are going to be bedbound. Forget bed rotting. Straight up, you're going to be bedbound. And Salah is not going to take care of you. It's going to be too much for him. He's going to run away. And there you'll be stuck in a bed with nobody there next to you. Who are you going to call for help? Are you stupid? You want to put yourself in that position for real? You're pretty much sentencing yourself to that. I love my new life as a revert. Of course you do. Because you want to give all the responsibility to Salah so you can sit on a couch and eat. And that's your idea of what it is to be a revert, although I'm sure there's much more positive spiritual things associated with it. You don't care. You don't care. I will get closer to Allah. How? You don't even go to a mosque. The vibe in the Middle East is best. Islamic countries are best. Stop fetishizing Middle Eastern countries and Middle Eastern people and the culture, Shantall, because you know that's what's going on. You are fetishizing things versus being a part of things and appreciating things the right way. Let's move forward. Keep going. Supporters have threatened to unsub if I choose a direction in life they don't like. I say, please leave. Oh, there you go. Hey, subs, do you hear that? She's saying, go ahead, go leave. Go ahead, leave me. And what is a direction in life that your subscribers want you to choose, Shantall. They want you to be happy. They want you to be healthy. They want you to be yourself. When you're over in Kuwait, that is not you. They know it. We know it. You know it too. Everyday Miriam is not you. It is not. I don't care how many times you take the Shahada. It's not in your heart. The faith is not in your heart. It is not part of your spirit. You're a liar. You're lying to yourself for the sake of a man that don't care about you. Duh. I don't need fair weather followers. That's so manipulative. You're accusing people who are not going to keep watching you when you go back to Kuwait as being fair weather followers. Manipulative. So manipulative. You're accusing your own subs of being flaky. At the same time, you're a flaky person and a liar and a scammer and a con artist. You're trying to put the guilt trip on your subs for not watching you. Shantall, this is YouTube. People can watch whatever they want to watch. People can sub and unsub as they please. Anybody on YouTube, if you're sub to a channel and for whatever reason you don't like the content anymore, or the new content just isn't jazzing with you, you can unsub. It's your choice. You know, I have people that come and go all the time, and it's fine. Sorry I couldn't make you happy, or you got bored or whatever, but you know, it's maybe you'll be back. Who knows? But people are allowed to make their decisions. Boundaries, people. If any of you who sent me money for my new place here want it back, let me know and I will return it to you, no problem. Mama, why do people have to ask you for the money back? How about that? If people send you stuff through PayPal, you can look at the activity on PayPal and send that money back. Why do they have to ask for it? Why are you making them beg? Just send the money back. If you're claiming that everyday Miriam is much more honest and on a better path than Foodie Beauty, then prove it. Just send the money back. Refund the money. Don't make people ask or beg you for the money. Just give it back. But I know you won't. You're counting on some people not asking for the money back. I think all the Beezers who sent money specifically to get that house, y'all should ask for your money back. If the premise was you were sending the money for something in particular, and now you know it ain't going to happen, get that money back. Get it back. Go for that refund. Do it. Do it. She's revealing to you she's not going to stay. Why let her have it? Because all she's going to do is take that money back to Kuwait for Salah, for another mukbang. If you're not down with that, you need to get your money back. What else we got, Miriam? I've changed too much to enjoy living here now. What? I've changed too much to enjoy living here now. What exactly have you changed? You've gotten bigger. There's nothing positive has changed about you, Shantall. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're doing the same. Ma'am. You wanted to be everyday Miriam, but you're not everyday Miriam. You are Foodie Beauty. You created that character on YouTube long ago. And that character, Foodie Beauty, took over literally your life. You stopped being Shantall at some point and you dove headfirst into this caricature of yourself that you created. And even to this day, you won't let it go. You hold on to the name Foodie Beauty. You want the name Foodie Beauty on your YouTube silver play button plaque. Foodie Beauty is literally your identity. You do not connect to Shantall anymore. You refuse to acknowledge Shantall. The character has everything that Shantall does not. Foodie Beauty has admirers and fans and money. Well, maybe not that much money now, but there was more then. The character has everything the person never could. So you're holding on to her for dear life, even though that character now is costing you everything, including your health. Oh, this part right here. My husband vowed to take good care of me and support me even more on my health journey if I return. Oh, so you guys talked? And Scatman was all about that life of make whatever promises I have to get her back here. You know what? Can I just give my thoughts on this, y'all? I got a feeling that Scatman doesn't know she's on her way back. I can't shake that he doesn't know she's on her way back. And I got that feeling. Like she is just sneaking back there. I don't know. But she just left. He was happier the last time she left. He was ticked off when she returned. Why would he want her back so soon? It's not even been like 3 weeks. My husband vowed to take good care of me and support me even on my health journey if I return. I will take more of a break now. I will focus on myself. See you. Salah, you're an idiot. You're both idiots. You're both stupid. But you know what? Idiots are going to do what idiots are going to do. Lord, I can't with these two. When they both have a chance to get away from the misery, they don't. They don't just cut ties. They just won't. What's in it for you, Salah? We need to know. There must be something major. Okay, so that is the video. Let's cut that off. And let's go straight to, let me just get rid of this. Hold on. I got to get rid of that. Okay. Let me get on Twitter because we're going to be here a while, this Twitter thing. We're going to be here a while because there's a Twitter went wild. Sure did. It's okay. People had a lot to say about Shantall, and I'm here for it. And we're also going to go over the community post as well. That's mixed in here too. Let's start here from at least I can carry you. Saying the way Shantall uses fair weather followers is disgusting and manipulative. Fans owe you nothing. You are a public figure. You post your entire life on YouTube. People can say what they want and come and go as they please. Let that resonate or get an actual job. Full agreement on that. Absolutely. YouTube is a website. You can view what you want. You can support who you want. And if you feel like you want to go, you can go. No questions asked. And no one should guilt trip you to stay. Florida Salt and Sass says, is she allowed to bring prescription pain meds back with her? I wouldn't doubt this was a run to do that. Collect grifts and go back to that goofy looking man-child. You know, when I saw you post this, Florida Salt and Sass, it got me thinking. When she's in Kuwait, I believe you're allowed to have a 3-month supply that you can take with you. So you're probably right about that. She ran out of her meds. She came back to Canada to get them refilled, as well as get the money and then go back. Because she did mention that there were certain things that she could not get in Kuwait. So was the trip back, part of that was getting the meds refilled? Maybe. Okay, so this is from Shenanigans saying her pinned comment before she turned the comments off. So Shantall did that series of community posts, and then she turned the comments off after she posted them, and then she took them down completely. Let's see. Eyelash says, way to alienate the majority of your Beezers, Miriam. And before she turned off comments, it's totally laughable at this point. So here's the comment pinned by Foodie to one of the posts saying, and no, my health will not get worse. I have had B moments way more here already. Really? What'd I say? What did I say? She comes home every single time and she has those B moments, just hoovering up all the food she can, food that she missed. She's confessing she had more of the B moments. I am more depressed here. I'll be more depressed anywhere since, that's what depression is. But it's far worse here. I feel further away from God here. And of course, my husband. I'm confused, Shantall. Help me with this bit of confusion. So you go to another country, Kuwait, and you're there and you're all alone, practically getting cabin fever. Then you have a chance to come back home to Canada and be around your family and talk to your family and take a drive in the Sangria Kia and go places and do things. And you're depressed about all of that? Why? You're running around, you're having the B moments, you're getting high. You've got a bit more freedom in Canada than you do in Kuwait. So what are you depressed over? Is it the control freak in you? You're not in Kuwait to, helicopter all over Salah and see what he's doing, and that's what's making you, spun in your head? I think so. You're looking at Salah as a possession, and you don't want anybody else coming near or getting close to your possession, but you can't own people. You're saying, oh, Canada's so bad for me. Shantall, your health is going to be bad no matter where you go, because wherever you go, there you are. Seriously. You can't blame Canada for your health issues. They were ongoing before you left. What else we got here? Yup says, the Foodie Beauty, Everyday Mary, and Beezers were scammed. She took donations given to remain in Canada and spent it to return to Kuwait. She never got her car fixed. She never put a deposit on a new place. It was all a lie. Will they continue following Foodie now? Well, the smarter ones will get the hint and go. The dumber ones will stay, and they'll believe her lies again, and then she'll scam them again. And then maybe one day they might wake up. Maybe. I'm telling you, she's the P.T. Barnum of YouTube, looking for the suckers in the crowd that will stick around and give her what she wants. She is both the clown and the ringmaster. And YouTube is her circus, and she's looking for the suckers that'll sit in the bleachers and believe her BS and give her money. So she straight up begged people outright for money. Made a bunch of lies for y'all. Oh, I'm getting Sam back. I just put a deposit on a new place. No, you didn't. You straight up lied about that, Shantall. Lied. You weren't putting a deposit down. You were buying another ticket to go home to Kuwait. Why do I keep saying that? That's not her home, but that's the way she looks at it. Yeah, doing that. Yup also says the many lies of Foodie Beauty, Everyday Mary, and Scatman. Our delightful, I don't know what that is, leaves for the not so oasis of the desert, Kuwait, once again, and repeats that we know nothing of her and her husband. Well, Shantall, we know at least the following. Your husband had his Tinder profile set on worldwide. Your husband claims he could play the piano well. Yeah, okay. You claimed your husband had his own house. Your husband claimed he had a really good job. Your husband claimed he's a 3 triple trophy black belt. Your husband claimed he didn't do drama as life is too short. Your husband claimed he didn't expect you to wear Muslim clothes and then told you to fix your hijab. You told us that you wouldn't be doing mukbang videos anymore within a week of landing in Kuwait. You told us the differing dates of your marriage, either September or January. Oh, is there more? You told us Kuwaiti medical intervention is cheap as chips. Yeah, all these were lies she told us. Absolute lies. And the list of lies keeps getting bigger by the day. Okay, what else we got here? Dell says the vibe in the Middle East is best. Islamic countries are best. Quote, Shantall, you are an absolute piece of crap who fetishizes people and cultures you know nothing about. You don't know anyone apart from Salah. You don't go to the mosque. All you do is stuff your face in a gaming chair. Correct. Correct. She hasn't really made a life over in the Middle East. She doesn't know anybody. She's not being social. She doesn't go to any events. She doesn't have any female friends. So why is it the best? Not saying it isn't. Not saying that Kuwait and the Muslim people aren't great. They are. But how would you know that something is the best if you've done everything in your power to stay away from people, to isolate yourself? I don't get that. How can you make that judgment call if you isolate yourself all the time? Florida Salt and Sass says, ma'am, he said he loved both of you. He also said Kybella's butt was better than you and Julia. And he didn't even know Kybella. That wasn't a flex. All right, like, so this is like part of the text. But just as a refresher, this is the text from Salah saying your butt to her, to Kybella, your butt is more important than my whole family. And he calls her a goddess too. Your butt is better than my family. Right, goddess? Calling her a goddess and they hadn't even met. Kybella didn't give him a dime and he's calling her a goddess. This is from Hidden Truths. This was a stream that Foodie did called this is a stream of untruths.
Because it's gonna get too long. Shantall's trusty box. Yeah, Salah and I are fine. I didn't come here because anything to do with the relationship. I came here for it's too hot Kuwait. I need health care. I miss driving. I miss beezing.
You know, and I knew in this stream she was lying because look, while she's telling us all this stuff, look at her. Eyes darting everywhere, looking down, look around, looking at everything but the camera. When you're talking to somebody and they're telling you the truth and they're being truthful, they will look you in the eye. They've got nothing to hide. They'll look you in the eye. But when they're lying, they will look everywhere except into the eyes. Now, I know that there's nobody else there, but the camera is essentially like looking into somebody's eyes. Her eyes are everywhere except the camera.
And I want to take a stab at my career in yodeling. No, I'm just joking. Me personally, I don't care. No, I totally get that. Yeah. Can we get stoned tonight? When I get my own place, we can have like a, I don't know, hamburgerized beezin. No. We can have like, a hangout at nights. I can do like live streams like 3 times a day again. Coffee bees, dinner bees, cooking bees, and night bees and Mario bees.
Yeah, well, I knew that when she went to Canada that she would have trouble getting a place, period, due to her bankruptcies, her bad credit, lack of money. It was going to be really, really tough for her. So it didn't surprise me when she came online and started doing all that begging. And I just had this feeling she was going to go back to Kuwait, that it was all just a lie. She's conning people. Beezers, telling you, if you stick with this woman, you're as stupid as she is. You are. You're really stupid for being scammed, for being outright lied to, and you're just going to just swallow it. You're going to accept it. She's on her way back to Kuwait right now. What do you think she's going to do? What kind of content is she going to do? It's getting to be summertime over there. What happened the last time in Kuwait? It was so hot, she could not go outside. So what do you think she's going to do inside? She's not going to do any kind of creative content inside, and think outside the box. Oh no, constant mukbangs. She's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're going to hear more and more about her health problems. Oh, I'm so sick. I'm so tired. I don't have any energy. I can't go outside because it's hot. She could have stayed in Canada and gotten herself together. She made the choice not to stay there. She's literally flying back to misery. You know what that means? You know exactly what that means. She's flying back to be miserable, to be in a pit of misery when she doesn't have to. And it's going to be reflected in her content. She's going to be whining and crying and griping and groaning all through her content now. And that's what y'all are subbed up for? Seriously? You're going to sub up to somebody who's going to give you nothing but misery for months and months and months? I wouldn't. But hey, do as you will on YouTube. Do as you want to. Yup says, why do you tolerate this, Beezers? Will you just allow Foodie Beauty to continue doing this to you? Why? And here are the community posts. These are kind of hard to read. But I'll read them to you for those that like it's hard for me to read the type. But let's start at the bottom. Okay, so these are all the posts that she immediately got rid of. Okay, the first one, let's see if I can go back. She says, people are so dumb. They don't see how they contradict themselves, LMAO. He doesn't love you. Don't go back for him. In the same breath, people claim I make $2,800 a month and I am broke. What? Huh? She just flipped over doing that. Okay, let's start again. People are so dumb, they don't see how they contradict themselves. He doesn't love you. Don't go back for him. So somebody was making a comment for her not to go back to Salah because he doesn't love her. And she flips over to something different, saying, in the same breath, people claim I make $28 a month and I am broke. What's that got to do with him not loving you? What's that got to do with that? He doesn't love you. See, this is pearl stringing. This is her like flipping topics. She doesn't want to touch that. I am broken. I am barren and blah, blah, fat, blah, blah. He can't come to Canada, blah, blah. Okay, then by your logic, if he's paid 2 international flights for me this month alone, and I cannot offer him any of the above things he would benefit from, then why is he with me? Well, at this point, Shantall, I am seriously questioning, does that man have a life insurance policy out on you? People have mentioned this before, but I'm asking it now. What's in it for him? There must be a reason why, even though you make him so miserable, he's wanting to hang on to you. Does it have to do with his status in Kuwait? Does he have to be with you? Does he have to have some sort of a job and get paid to stay in Kuwait? Is that the reason why? Is there a life insurance policy? There has to be a reason why he hasn't cut you loose. There has to be some sort of financial benefit. Because he's not working. He's not rich. He's not successful. He can't take care of you. What is it? Do you have some sort of blackmail on him? I don't know. But he won't let you go. Even though you make him miserable and he's disgusted by you. It's not love. He's not hanging on you for love. We had one issue in our relationships, and you saw in those texts yourselves, he never did it since he loved me. Shantall, he he wasn't hooking up with Kybella because Kybella said, like, she was trolling him. She wasn't really into him. Also, she told him, look, I don't have the money to travel to the Middle East. But if Kybella had been into him and had traveled to the Middle East, he would have hooked up with her. The intention was there. His intention was to hook up with Kybella. Booker. Booger. Hey. She's my cat is smelling and hearing the cat that I feed outside the door. So she's kind of freaking out. She's guarding my place. Anyway, back on topic. The intention was there, Shantall. It was there. It was there. He would have had her there if she would have traveled there. And he called her a goddess. And he told her that he loved her. I'm sorry. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, you better not be talking to another woman saying, I love you that way, or else we're going to have issues. And believe me, he's proven himself since. You know nothing. Anyway, as you can see, I need another break from the internet. Yeah, because you want to travel. You're not taking a break for your health. You're taking because you want to travel. Then she follows up with, so she posted that post, and then 1 minute later, she posted another one saying, and no, I didn't come here for a visa run. What would I come here for that when it's too expensive? It's not your business about my visa status. I'm done with YouTube. You people need a doggone life. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that it's expensive, Shantall. Maybe you talked to your family and had them pay for the visa run. I don't know. Just if it feels like somebody else paid for the trip back home. You took different airlines than you normally take. I think you came home, you basically hoovered up the food, the money, you scammed people, all of that, and then decided to go back there. Let's see. Another post after that, she says, he cheated on you. We moved on. You know nothing. I cheated on someone I love dearly. And guess what? I learned and never did it since. People change. And besides that one incident, everything else is amazing about him. Mind your business. Stop judging things you know nothing about. Actually, you cheated on two people, Shantall. You cheated on Pete. You cheated on BB. Two people. Two. You're a two-time cheater. And I think it's because you are a two-time cheater that you are deathly afraid of what comes around goes around. You're afraid of consequences for your actions, and you're always running and escaping to get away from them. But wherever you go, there they are too. You don't want someone doing to you what you've done to other people. You want to be able to get away with things, because you're not getting away with anything anymore. Another post saying, your YouTube career will be over if you go back. Do you know how stupid that sounds? You think I give an actual crap if people don't want to watch me anymore because I'm doing something I want to do with my own life? Good riddance, don't care, never will. Eventually, I will rebuild a different audience anyway. See that, Beezers? See how much she values all of you? You know, when she did her live stream in Canada, and she called all of you that were her Beezers her support system, I was raising my eyebrow over that. She wasn't calling you her community. She was calling you her support system. What does she need a support system for? She's a YouTuber with a 100K channel. What does she need a support system for? You need a support system when you're a screw up, or you need help, and you're just trying to rebuild yourself. Looking at Fraudy, she is not someone that she's made some mistakes, and she realizes that, and so she's looking for a team of people to keep her on track. No, she wants people around her that will enable her and compensate for her stupidity. That's what's going on here. I'm stupid, but I'm looking for people that are more stupid and more gullible to take advantage of. They'll believe my nonsense and they'll give me money when I need it. They'll enable me. Therefore, I don't have to grow up. Therefore, I don't have to learn anything. Therefore, I don't have to become a stronger, better, wiser person. I'll just lean on them and they'll give me what I need to keep going. Y'all Beezers you got to get through your head. What you give her, she uses to hurt herself over and over again. So in essence, those of you that are Beezers, you are helping in her hurting herself, because her content at this point is self-harm content. Tell me I'm lying. She's hurting herself. All her health problems related to her weight, it relates to the food. You guys give her money. What do you think she uses it for? Come on now, put two and two together. Ugh. As if you people think I'm going to live my life how a bunch of strangers online want me to. I am not more alive. I am high here to deal with the depression. Now you weren't high to deal with depression. You were high because you wanted to get high, period. Last post. Fraudy says, okay, now I'm done with YouTube for a while. And yes, this is a psychotic episode. Oh, you're going to put that out there like that? You're going to put it out there like that? This is how you're going to justify scamming and lying to people? So you realize you have mental problems, emotional problems, and you're not going straight to a hospital? You're just going to put it out there on YouTube for sympathy versus getting actual medical help? That's what you're going to do? And tell me, Fraudy, when you're having this episode, when you're feeling this way, how is it going to benefit you to fly back to Kuwait? I want to know. I really want to hear this. When you're not going to get any medical help there either. How are you going to get the help you need in another country where everything is going to be 10 times more expensive? I want to hear the explanation. Tell me. You can get more help in your own home country than you can over there. You can stay in Canada for a while, get the health care, get all of it. Get yourself together. No, immediately you're having this rage and you're going to fly back over there. Oh, that's going to be so much fun for Salah, isn't it? You're getting off the plane like that? You're going to risk your health to fly? Because flying is dangerous for you, but let's risk it for the sake of a man who don't love you. You're stupid. You're so stupid. Having yourself a little hissy fit in your community post versus doing a video, coward. Christy says, Fraudy Beauty, you are a scammer and a thief. If you took 1 cent from someone because they sent money in good faith for you to get a place and items for a home in Canada and you used it for other means, that makes you a scammer. You should have refunded the money immediately. Agreed. Nobody should have to ask for their money back. She just go on her PayPal and send it back. She's making those that were Beezers beg, in a sense, beg, approach her for the money back. Maybe she feels like if those of you that are Beezers, if you ask for the money back, are you afraid that if you ask for the money back, that if you ask for a refund, that she's going to get angry at you and then turn around and get on her channel and put you on blast? So to avoid that, you're not going to ask for the money back. I say get the money back. Get a refund immediately. It's your money. If you don't want her to have it, don't let her have it. You're not going to get good content from here on out. Why bother? Hidden Truth says, in her now deleted rants, Shantall mentioned that the reactors fabricate lies about her, claiming they know nothing about her life. She fails to realize that she inadvertently proves them right each time she takes certain actions. Yep, she sure does. Poison Petite 4 says, Shantall, you could have gone live for 5 minutes, raged, left it up for 24 hours, and made your money. But you're a dummy and made all those community posts. You're a terrible YouTuber in locale. True. You're not lying. She could have gone live, raged, and made money with her rage. And she's in Canada, so she doesn't have to worry about the repercussions of a rage. Like if you're going to rage, do it in your home country where there's nothing to worry about. So you missed the window, Shantall. You did. You raged for free on your community post versus on YouTube where it would have made you a little bit of coin. You're so stupid anymore. Yup says Foodie Beauty is going back to Kuwait. This was just another visa run, and she took all those donos from her Beezers who believed she was staying in Canada. Unreal. Yeah, she did that. Okay, here's one of the posts like blown up a bit. Your YouTube career will be over if you go back. Do you know how stupid that sounds? Yeah, it does sound stupid because her career is already over. That's why it's stupid. You think I give an actual crap if people don't want to watch me anymore? Stop there. That one sentence. Let's stop right there. You think I give an actual crap if people don't want to watch me anymore? That's been her attitude on YouTube for the longest. She doesn't care about her channel. She has no sense of pride in her channel. She's not looking to see what can I do to entertain people. She's basically flipping a middle finger to those of you that are her viewers. She doesn't even try anymore. The only thing she tries at is to get money out of you by making you empty promises about what she's going to do. Haven't you guys learned over there yet? Don't count on Foodie doing something until she actually does it. Until then, it's just promises in the air. She will say whatever it is she's got to say to get the money out of your pocket, to get you to sign up to a membership. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, this, and this. And then it never gets done. But in the meantime, she's gotten your money. This is what she did for Patreon, for OnlyFans, for Twitch, for YouTube, for all the forums she ever signed up for. She makes a forum. She immediately sets up memberships as soon as she's able. Then she gets on YouTube. She'll tell the people to sign up to that forum. I'm going to do so many things, and she'll sell it to you. And then you buy it. And then after you buy it, you find out it's not worth buying because ain't nothing there. It's a formula that she's used over and over again. She doesn't care if people watch her. She cares if she's making money off YouTube. She's not about entertaining people. She's about scamming people. Do y'all get that? I don't care if people want to watch me because I'm doing something I want to do with my own life. Good riddance, don't care, never will. Eventually, I will rebuild a different audience anyway. That was telling. I will rebuild a different audience anyway. And what kind of different audience are you going to have, Shantall? Look, your content is food and eating food and hurting yourself. You're not about health. You're not about change. You're not about hard work. So how could you make a different audience? I'm not saying a different audience wouldn't benefit you. You could go on a real health journey, and because your health is so bad, it would take so long. That could be content for years. I mean, you're in a position where you could make money off of your health journey. But you're not about that life, are you? You're not. So you're going to go back to Kuwait, do the same kind of content, and people are going to get more bored and let go. The word on the street anymore is you're over. Okay? Your content is boring. There's nothing of interest. You came back to Canada. You could have made it interesting for a little bit longer. You didn't. You're too focused on Salah. You're too focused on the wrong things. You know, you got tunnel vision. I'm focused on a man versus all these other important things that are around that I need to look at, like my health, like my financial situation, my channel. I need to focus on those. Nope, you've got the blinders on. You see only him. You want to be with only him. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if you're thinking that he's going to support you. He's going to take care of you, become bedbound. He won't. You're setting yourself up for further failure. It's not a matter of you winning or losing. You've already lost. It's a matter of how much do you want to lose. You want to get down to nothing? You're almost there. You truly are almost there. Hidden Truths says, Foodie Beauty, another lie is when she told her VIPs she was getting Sam back. She put them through her. She put them through her old emotional abuse, fake crying while e-begging. She never intended to get Sam back or stay in Canada. Nope. Her talking about getting Sam back, to me, that's emotional manipulation, because a lot of people in our audience miss Sam and want to see Sam back with Shantall. Honestly, I don't think she could get Sam back. If somebody else has Sam, once you give a cat up, once you surrender a pet, they're not yours anymore. You can't get the cat back. Why would a foster who's paid money for medical bills and pet care for over 2 years give back a pet? Does that make sense to anybody? It doesn't to me. Someone else is going to take on all the responsibility and taking the cat to the vet, getting it groomed, just to go, oh, you're the former owner? Oh, here's your pet back. I'm sorry. No, it don't work like that. No, she just brought Sam up to make people feel some kind of way. She was basically banking on nostalgia to bring that money in. Any of you VIBs, did you notice that she was talking about the past, things she did in the past? Those of you that are saying we missed the coffee Beezers, she did a coffee bees for you. She talked about getting a place. She talked about getting Sam back. Maybe moving in with Pete. I mean, she was bringing an element to the past for a reason, because she knows that all of you that are her Beezers, that you've been there for a while, you miss those things. You miss the fun, Shantall. You miss the Shantall of days past. And she was acting like that person might be coming back. And you guys are so eager for that person to come back, you were giving up your money. Well, you got your answer now. She's not staying in Canada. It ain't happening. She stayed long enough to get high, eat some food, get the donos, and bolt. So if you guys want to watch her from this point forward, you know you're in for a whole lot of boring content, mukbang content. I want to bring something up, something that Shantall said in Cuba to her VIBs. And this was when she was making a lot more money. She said, I will come online and manipulate the F out of you, and then come online the next day and be sweet as pie and you'll eat it up. She actually said that. And she meant it. She was saying that with her whole chest and her fupa. She was so bold then, so in her ego, that she outright confessed to being a manipulator and a scammer, counting on the fact that her VIBs are addicted to her content, that they would never leave. And they didn't. Even when she said, this is what I am, this is what I do, they stuck around. Now she's doing it again. Y'all going to stick around for that? You're stupid if you do. Michael B. Petty says, Sam really does have 9 lives. He dodged another bullet. Sleep well, sleep, Prince. I don't know if she could ever get him back, but I love this. I love this clip. Sam is taking a bite out of Shantall. I love this. I could put this on replay all day. She was annoying Sam that day. Good on you, Sam. Knock, knock, it's Karma says, you people gave her that money for a new place. Ain't getting that crap back, just saying. Nope. And they didn't. Okay. Oh, a Poison Petite 4 says, pretty sure I'm blocked, but just in case, I hope she sees this in her hell for review. Or here, hello, Chinny. I know that nickname is your favorite. So Poison Petite 4 said to Shantall, good, be done with YouTube. In case you haven't noticed, most of us have found other people to watch, and the reactors will soon follow. I hope anyone who is foolish enough to think that you are actually getting an apartment in Canada and sent you donos finally see you for the liar you are. I hope so too. I hope they woke up this morning, drank a big pot of coffee, and woke all the way up and said, why even am I there? What am I sub to this person for? She's not trying. She doesn't care. She rips people off. She lies to us. Why even? I could go to a reaction channel and keep up with her nonsense and be better appreciated and be better entertained because they actually care about their content. They actually try. I hope they do wake up. I hope they do. Wonder Mom says super morbidly obese foodie beauty not only did scam people again, but she is willingly risking her life on a flight again. Do not care if she does have to face the end. But this makes me angry for the people on the plane. If she has an emergency, that has to be dealt with. Right? Because every time she flies, she will risk a medical event, but she doesn't care. Danny Howlight says this was nothing but a visa run and a money grab. Unsub. Exactly that. Jolie says, Sam, I'll never leave you again. And she left him again. Of course she did. Mash says, at least Sam is safe from Foodie. Yep. Happy about that. Florida Salt and Sad says, take your toddler butt off YouTube for another break. Don't threaten us with a good time. I know. It was so funny. It's so funny. You know, she sort of a little hissy fit in the community post. And she's like, I'm taking another break from YouTube. And we're like, go ahead. It was nice when she was gone for 7 days, wasn't it? It was so peaceful. It was so incredibly peaceful. So peaceful. It was so wonderful. Her not being around. It was nice. And then she's going to come back and start her nonsense behavior and then say, I'm taking another break. Go, Shantall, go. People have already found someone else to watch. Naked and Laughing and King Cobra. And if they're not watching that, every day that you're not around, they can find other things to get into, other channels to get into. You're opening the door for that. And making people realize just how boring you are. So please go ahead, take another break. Every day on YouTube without you is a peaceful one. We love that. We love it. When you're on YouTube, you're not that entertaining anyway. Like, what are we watching? Seriously. Jolie says, you said you need to come back to Canada for free healthcare. You've now spent $4,000 on travel costs, fixing the Kia, green, fast food, new wardrobe. Love to hear the logic. Well, all of that stuff is what she wanted versus what she needed. Michael B. Petty says, it's funny because in an hour she's going to delete all of this and say she changed her mind again. Michael then also says, I was wrong. It was 5 minutes. The insanity is quicker than my tweets. I know. I know, Michael. It's like she cycles faster and faster these days. Fondue Pondu says, all posts deleted. She's cycling faster than Lance Armstrong. Brilliant idea to treat your Beezers like this when you're almost 2 weeks without pay. But that wealthy husband will make up for it. Florida Salt and Sass says, go ahead and erase it, Chins. It's still here. And spare the crying. I'm not well, my mentals. You've had years of opportunities to work on this and years worth of support, both financially and emotionally, from your viewers. You flip them the finger every time, doesn't she, though? She really does. I mean, she for years, she's always had the time, the opportunity, the space, the money to do anything she wanted. Anything. And every single time she flips the finger at all of it, turning the cup of fortune into a cup of poison. Hidden Truth says she tried to rebuild with the Muslim community and that failed. What's left? There's no rebuilding, because in order to succeed, you have to fix it with what's inside of you. You burn every bridge you cross. Eventually, no community will accept you. That's a system of a narc. They go into a group, they size everybody up, they figure them out, they see what they can get out of them, they suck them dry, leave them exhausted, leave them tired, leave them broke, and then they move on to another group. So it is with Shantall. You know, she doesn't want to be part of a group to do things with the group. It's all about using people. So, you know, this latest batch of scamming and lying, I hope the Beezers see through this. I really do. All right, what we got here? Queen of WTF says, oh boy. So it's okay to come on and get sympathy when you are down and need your support system. But when people get fed up and give you an opinion, they need to stay out of your business. I know, like, she likes to play all sides of the field. Booger, hey, what are you doing? Hi. Don't tear up the couch, kid. Thank you. Hey, ma'am, come here. What are you doing? Perfectly Imperfect. I love this video clip. Thank you, Perfectly Imperfect. Quote, we had one issue in our relationship. Lie. Foodie Beauty said so herself that nothing was working out. See receipt. So here's the current receipt that was deleted. Quote, we had one issue in our relationship, and as you saw in those texts yourselves, he never did it since he loved me. And believe me, he's proven himself since. You know nothing. So that's the quote. Let's keep that in mind. Let's watch the video clip, courtesy of Foodie.
I had feelings like maybe it's not meant to be because nothing was ever working out. You know, like just a lot of things weren't working out. And so I'm like, is this a sign from God? Like I'm not supposed to, you know, I don't know.
So there you have it, out of Foodie's own mouth. That was in the last trip she took home. And when all the text of Kai Bella and Salah came out, she's like, oh, we just had one issue. Just one. Shantall, I just watched that clip. It sounds like, ma'am, it sounds like there were many more issues going on. It sounds like the two of you were complete opposites, that you were not connected at all. Not at all. And you were not connected on any level. And it was creating a lot of problems. I mean, anybody could see the two of you were not alike at all. There was no synergy there. Not on a friendship level, not on a romantic level. So, of course, if he's not feeling you, he's not feeling you. And you're trying to feel him, but he's not feeling you back. It's going to be problematic. So it was more than just one issue. It was every issue. It was everything. You guys you're just different people with different ideas. You're not supposed to be together. That's why when you go to Kuwait, you're not happy, he's not happy. And when you leave, you're happier and he's happier. You buy yourself a clue with some of those PayPal no-nos. You need to buy yourself a clue. Because right now you're acting like a big, stupid dummy. Rubber Band says this right here. Foodie Beauty is an idiot. He wasn't supporting her. He cheated on her. And she's returning because he promised to be better. She'll leave again in 3 months. I think so. I really think so. And here's the thing, Foodie. Something to think about when you're on your way back to Kuwait. Since you made a point to scam people this round, you came home to scam people and get that money to go back. If you completely break things off with Salah, and if you go to your audience and talk about getting a place, do you think anybody's going to believe you after you lied to them and you got their hopes up? No. No, you are going to be on your own. You burned an important bridge. You Beezers. Hey, ma'am, what you scratching at? You burned your Beezers. You scammed them. So if something happens when you and Salah and you go home and you try to milk them for money again, they're not going to stand for it. I can't believe how stupid you are. Your channel is on life support. People are bored with your content. They're absolutely bored to death. Eh? They're bored. And those people that are left on your channel, that are keeping it going, that are continue to watch, you're going to turn around and scam them? You're going to lie to them? You're going to get their hopes up? You're going to talk about, I put a deposit down in a place and I'm getting Sam back. You're going to lie to that degree and take their money? And you think that's okay? And then you're going to turn around and say, oh, you're a bunch of fair weather friends if you leave me now. After you lied, after you scammed them, after you were an online thief, screw you, I'd leave you too. It's not about being a fair weather friend or supporter. It's about, hey, you did me dirty. I'm out. I'm not going to stand for that. Trying to guilt trip people for doing the right thing for them versus for you. This is interesting, says Foodie Beauty, enormous sack of horse crap. Quote, if you want your money back, let me know. Yeah, just like the vet money and the money you begged for the We Cry for Food and Shelter, human filth. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure Vegan for Life would love her money back for the money that she sent you to take BBJ and Sam to the vet. That was it $300 or $400 that you took? That after she sent it to you, you pocketed the money and you spent it on food? I'm sure she'd love that back. All right, so what else we got here? There's some good stuff here. We're not done yet. Perfectly Imperfect says this was always the plan. Foodie Beauty never intended to stay. It was a visa run, a chance to get her idiot Beezers to send her money, and an opportunity to get the wardrobe update courtesy of Shmi. And I'm sure she'll blame it all on her mentals. Of course she will. Mo Translate says, I hope Shantall will get dragged by every reaction channel in forum about her. She has no shame stealing from people, and also during a religious month where she is supposed to be donating based on what practicing Muslims are saying. The audacity of this vile woman. Her shame well has no bottom. Truly. Oh, a little palate cleanser from Wise Connector. Someone said a lot of people struggle with sleep because sleep requires peace. I felt that. I feel that too. Okay. Beezers, if you're watching, pay attention to this. This was the community post that Shantall did when she was crying. Like this is the post that happened a while ago when she was living at the villa. She was still seeing Natter. During a storm, she made this post, and she was outright begging then. It says, looks like this power outage might last a few days. Not sure what we will do. Pete and I may need to take the cats to a night's in situation until power is restored. We cry for food and shelter. I hate to, but I will e-beg. If anyone wants to help, my PayPal is, or we will repay you by endless beezing, and I promise a lot of future financial responsibility. Thanks, guys, and see you when we can. If you can't help, it's okay. Anything is appreciated. Now, remember, this was during the time when Foodie was making a lot more money. So here's this woman who makes a tremendous amount of money during this time, and she had the nerve to beg from people who make not even half of what she does. It was just a storm. The power was out. She didn't have to leave the villa. She and Pete were perfectly safe at the villa. And it doesn't make sense that if the power was out at the villa, why would going to a motel make any difference? The power is going to be out there too, right? Even if you go, you might as well just stay home. You're fine at home. The only thing you have to really worry about is if you've got a refrigerator full of food and a freezer full of food. If the power stays off long enough, the food might spoil, but that's fixable. You know, like if it looks like the power is going to be out for quite a long time, you just eat whatever food you can out of the fridge before it goes bad, and keep the refrigerator and the freezer closed, and then keeps it colder longer. But most of the time, the power will be back up within like just 7-8 hours, and food doesn't go bad by that time anyway. So yeah, this was the post. She was acting like, we have to leave, we have to leave. No, you don't. Could have stayed there at the villa. Cats didn't have to go anywhere. You and Pete didn't have to go anywhere. You just wanted to party with Natter. You put up this post, and as soon as you put it up, you were on your way to go see Natter. We heard you walk in the door. You want to go party with Natter and Dee Dee. So you're like, screw it. I want to go party. I want other people to pay for it. I'm going to use this storm as an excuse. Okay, so what else we got here? Thank you, Acadia. Acadia says this is the same person who would order Uber Eats, stuff her face, then ask for a refund because she's an entitled glutton. So you guys want an example of that, Beezers? Watch this.
Trying to Uber Eats and get a refund. I do this a lot.
Let's start that again.
Trying to Uber Eats and get a refund. I do this a lot.
I do this a lot. So she's basically self-confessing that she orders off of the food delivery services. She'll eat most of the food, and then she'll ask for a refund. She just wants to eat for free. She can't pull this crap in a restaurant because she can't get away with it. But she knows she can get away with it on food delivery services, so she will. And every time she does this crap, this food scam crap, it costs the business money. They have to pay for that food. They have to pay the people that make the food. They're losing money every time she did this, and she did it a lot. She just said so. I do this a lot.
I'm kidding. I don't actually.
Liar.
I think that's why they don't have a problem, because I really only use it when I have to.
I only do it when I have to. No, she abuses it. She does.
You have to take a picture of the food. They're gonna be like, you ate it all.
Yeah, she literally, for a person who didn't like the food, she literally ate all of it. So she literally ate all the food, and then she's going to take a picture of food that's almost gone and go, give me my money back. I want my money back, and I want a free meal.
It was gross. I don't want to pay for it.
If it was gross, then why did you eat all of it? Make that make sense. If it's gross, why did you eat it? Because you wanted free food? And you wanted your money back too?
But if I have to, whatever. I mean, I don't want it to be a big deal. Oh, they refunded it.
Introduce.
I guess they'd have put like a little ad in there. What was that? We're going on. This I hope delivery apps crack down on people like her just looking for free food. Not saying you shouldn't complain if there's a legit mistake. What she's doing is wrong. Agreed.
But okay. The service was good from the Uber Eats lady. Not worth the price. Not so tasty. Gross.
Yeah, she's so smug. She's like, I just scammed people. I got free food. And I got my money. She thinks she's so cool for doing this. She's a thief. A thief.
I'm so entitled. Yes, I'm entitled to a good meal for fucking $70. Playing Uber.
No, you're not entitled. You're not entitled to that. Sorry. You're not. You're so not. Oh, I lost my place. Sorry. Hold on a second. Sorry. How to get out of there. I am where I need to be. Hold on. I'm getting back to where I was. Sorry, guys. Just I lost it. There's too many posts today. Almost there. I want to put those in there. Almost there. Getting there. Okay, yeah, I just want to put that in there. Perfectly Imperfect says, just a reminder that while Foodie Beauty wants you to feel free to tip her using her Cash App or PayPal, she feels tipping service workers for just doing their job is getting out of hand. Hypocrite. Yeah, let's go back to this clip.
Oh, it's just like, what do you guys think about tipping? I think it's gotten out of hand with like 20% of your bill. Or,
well, what are people tipping you for? You don't even try to do a good job. The money they give you, what are you using it for? To hurt yourself, to do mukbangs, which your self-harm content, in my opinion, for someone like yourself. Why should people tip you? Why should people send you money through PayPal? When you make money on YouTube, like, why are they giving up their money to you? For real, like, what exactly are you doing that's worthy of a tip? Goodbye. Florida Salt and Sass says, why would her audience want to give her money anyway? She's going to have 2 apartments, 2 cars, and flying between multiple countries. Why give money to anyone like that clearly has enough? Yeah, exactly. Why? Why? I don't get it. Why? All right, guys. Like, that's it for the catch up on all the Twitter stuff. So that's where we are. Shantall's flying back to Kuwait. She basically just came home to get whatever birthday gifts or a wardrobe and get her car fixed and maybe get her scripts all filled up and get the donos from people. And then she just bolted back to Kuwait. But you know what, Shantall? That's a fatal mistake. It is. You burned your own Beezers. You outright burned them. You scammed them. And a lot of them, I'm sure, are not going to take very well to that. If you think things were bad on your channel before, it's going to be even worse now. But maybe the plan was to fly back to Kuwait and squat yourself there before they get really bad, because you need a place to stay and you can't stay with the family. So keep Salah in the dark about how bad things really are. Fly back to Kuwait, park yourself in the house where he can't get rid of you, and just not leave. Is that the plan, to not leave? Maybe that's like a You're just gonna take one last stand, I guess. Ah, tell you what though, this boring crap, I can't take much more of it. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, what is she gonna say? I'll just switch on over to reacting to other people like Amber. I'm not gonna react to Naked and Laughing. That's a horror cow, and she's abusive. He hurts her cat, but I'll find other people to react to. I don't care. If she's not doing anything, there's nothing worth reacting to. I'm out. So there you go, guys. There's the update. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good morning, and bye-bye. See ya.